It's pretty late in the day, but this is the Tobi Tails. What you want? You're outside now. Okay, I'm gonna get straight to it. I saw a TikTok video that I saw years ago, and it's the one with the drill sergeant in the face of an 8 or 10-year-old boy. And he asked the boy on one of those, shows like Donahue, "You want me to be your daddy for the next 10 years? In other words, the boy's been getting into trouble and he's gonna be in some kind of a camp for boys. And the boy looks up at him and he says, "Yes, sir." And the drill sergeant looks at the audience and then looks back at the boy and says, "Why do you want me to be your daddy?" And the boy says, "'Cause I got no daddy. 'Cause I got no daddy." And I think that sums up the situation we're in our country today, in our mindset. Ever since the 60s, people decided that when it comes to sex, they're not going to wait. They're going to do what they want to do. Well, okay, sex has been abused forever, but since the 60s, we made it pretty much the mantra of young folk that sex should be there for our recreation, not our procreation. And a sense of responsibility to the child is a silly notion. So this boy says, "I got no daddy." Now, I don't know the situation. In this situation here, if the husband died, if they were ever a couple, if they divorced, and I know everybody's has a different situation, so don't come complaining. I'm talking about the optimum. The optimum is that a child have a mother and a father, because it's really a two-person job. The father brings certain elements to the raising of a child, and the mother brings other elements. Hence the definition, hence the words, hence the people are different. One is a male, one is a female, one is a mother, one is a father. Look it up in the dictionary. They're not the same thing, and they both are going to, there's a reason that you got one and the other in the raising of the child. I know it can't always be that way, but the optimum, the best thing we know, the best thing, statistics and studies show that the best thing for a child is to have a mother and a father. When that's possible, it should be. Your happiness should not trump the happiness of the child and the well-being of the child. You're not happy anymore. She's not making you happy. He's not making you happy. Well, boo-hoo. Grow up, man up, woman up, whatever. Your child needs you, and it's more important. You're responsible to another body now, not just your own body. Don't be selfish. Again, we're not talking about a situation where somebody might be in physical danger. So don't go to the small percentage of situations. I'm talking about the big percentage of people split up because I'm no longer happy. Well, how do you think those children feel? So I'm no longer happy. I'm the parent. And who cares what my kids think? What the heck are you talking about? It's called sacrifice sometimes. You sacrifice. Sometimes you do things for other people, not for yourself. And when it comes to your children, that's what you're supposed to do. So, yeah, I got no daddy, he says. I got no daddy. And that boy knew what he was lacking. That boy knew what he was missing out on. And the mother looked, they pan over to her face, and you can see she was, I don't know what look on her face, but she certainly was sad or ashamed or something. Got to keep an eye on this dog because there's a fox. There's 5 fox in this yard. So you really got to watch the dog, the little dog, not the big dog. He can take care of himself. So anyway, I'm going to put out, 15 versions of this because it's that important. And that's what I got to say about that. I think that covers it. A man and a woman, they get married and kids naturally develop. And you should think twice and 3 times and 100 times before you get married to make sure that you're making as close to a lifelong decision as you think you can. Because it's a till death do us part kind of a decision.